All right, guys, welcome back to Truth Movement Cartel. All right, we got a little bit of a ride here, but we're going to take you on the Truth Movement Cartel information superhighway, and I'm going to try to make it as quick as I can, guys. I have extremely detailed videos on YouTube, Facebook, etc. I'm going to try to piece together certain things now just to get you to the end of the road, okay? So, behind me, Charlie David Koresh. Charlie David Koresh. Spitting image, very unique individual, curly, everything. This man died by the ATF. He had women who were pregnant with their kids. This happened in 1993. Some of them escaped the fire, and he was born in 1993. He has no family. He has people that don't add up, and he's always been tied to Trump since a young child. Erica is tied to Trump's modeling company and a mission to Romania where the children were going missing by those same missionaries, and the people in Romania were actively trying to get the police to intervene, but they wouldn't because they were powerful people in Jerusalem and America.
Until one day she receives an invitation in the mail to become a model and start doing pageants. And the pageants that she started doing were Miss USA pageants owned by Trump. So she modeled for Trump. She was one of Trump's pageant girls. But did you know that she was also a casting director at the same time that she was doing all of this stuff for Trump? Now, she doesn't specify on her website if she worked as a casting director for Trump, but around the time that she was claiming to be a casting director, she also owned a ministry that was working with the U.S. military in Romania. The area in Romania where she was operating this ministry had a bunch of locals accusing these evangelical ministries of kidnapping children and trafficking them out of the country. These children were being found in the UK, in Israel, and were also being sent to undisclosed private islands.
That were a hold of it. So, that being said, guys, I made this connection a couple of days ago, and it's blowing people away. But I'm starting with this because I'm going to bring it all home. I have realized why everything happened like it did. So, let's carry on down here, guys. Take a look. So, we have told you that they have made it been known that Charlie was speaking out against Israel in the genocide. He's telling us stuff that we all know. But he's very pro-Israel, and he's part of their system. He talks with the Yandi Madras, the signs, everything. They don't go against their own. This is part of the plan. These people that's how they work. So behind me, you see Israel. Now that is not biblical Israel, guys. This is a made and established land by the Rothschilds in 1948 after the war. World War II is not what they told you. It was the Jews were allowed to go there. They were paid quite a bit of money to go there from Germany. The rest is the stories that they've made up. Remember, the Jewish people always need an enemy. It keeps them being able to attack and do the things they do. So that's Israel. That is the modern day Israel. Now, my uncle, William Cooper, he talks about how this Israel has always been made. So in the end times, in their fake deception, it is made to be destroyed to push the narrative.
In the Middle East again, does Israel play in this?
Israel was created as the instrument to bring about the Battle of Armageddon and the fulfillment of prophecy, a war that will be so terrible, where nuclear weapons will be used, so that the American citizens and the other people in the world will get down on their knees and beg for no more war. And what is the answer to that? They're going to be told the only way we can guarantee no more war is if we destroy the sovereignty of nations and we come together as one humanity in a one world government.
Right.
All right, so you just heard my uncle say, the gentleman asked, what is Israel for? He said it is going to be used as a tool to be destroyed, destruction, nuclear weapons, or whatever, so everybody can beg for the what? The one world order, the digital currency, etc. Now, does that make sense when I have been telling you about the Genius Act, the Big Beautiful Bill 666, and Palantir, who is getting ready to be in charge of the AI systems that are going to lock us down? So now I have just traced it to them blowing up Israel as you're going to look like a martyr. It's going to be a big battle, big war. They're going to look like heroes. Now these people can come back into society, and the ending isn't going to be for everybody, because what's in the ending? Lockdown, beast system, total control. Well, boy, have I not found the narrative. You see, it's Israel, you guys see. Come along. Now, behind me is Salt Lake City. America is Egypt. America is the Middle East. I didn't put the pieces together for what I'm getting ready to say. So, Salt Lake City, aka Dead Sea, the Dead Sea Scrolls, that's why it's called the Salt Lake City. You know the Dead Sea is the saltiest sea in the world, right? Now, who lives there? I've told you, the Mormons. The Mormons think that they are the original Jews. They argue with Zionists because they have a different outlook on Zion and their beliefs. Now, I have told you why they did that to Charlie Kirk in Utah, at a school who is funded by all these Jewish donors that are all part of the system. If you look down at Utah University, it's a menorah. I have shown you the hologram. I have shown you the trap door. I have shown you everything, guys. So now they did it here. Why? Because the Mormons are known to keep a record like no other people. They have detailed records of who lives in that part of the land of Israel, Palestine. They have records that to the early 1800s, very detailed records, stuff that would be very detrimental for Israel to get out. You know, imagine they tried to claim this land, and if they had records back to the early 1800s from generations, it would make what they're doing that much worse. So why would they do that in Utah? Well, teach them a lesson. We will take out somebody that talked out against us, right? We will take him out. Don't think we won't take you out if you're thinking about making these records, public. The Mossad's logo is we win by deception and deceit. You guys following the train? So they did it to teach them a lesson. So it's serving that point for them, but it gets far deeper. So you heard Kash Patel say, "See you in Valhalla, brother."
And I'll see you in Valhalla. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
You go into witness protection. There's different ways you can create an identity. It's much easier to have a shared identity. And do you allow them free somewhere, or do they go to what we call Valhalla?
Everybody thought Valhalla is what the warriors say in the afterlife, right? Now, Valhalla is what I believe it's in Argentina.
We have large extensions of land with access to energy, with access to water, in cold climates, which is sort of a cherry on the cake for the cooling of systems. And in an area without armed conflicts, without tsunamis, no earthquakes, there are not that many places on Earth with those things. Obviously, the problem with this area is that it's populated by the Argentinians. So this is the one thing that we have fixed.
I have uncovered Israel buying up all of Argentina. That is why Donald Trump Jr. is with the president of Argentina all the time. Bibi's with him.
Hello, my friend. How are you? It's good to see you.
It's very good to see you. It's a pleasure for me to take care again.
You know what?
Trump's with them. They bought up Argentina. We are doing a reverse thing of what the Nazis did. Hitler ran down there and lived to 94. Bibi's going to run down there. That is where they're going. Now, hear me out now. Now, we're going to get into the juicy details. So, last week, you guys know, Israel bombed Qatar out of the blue, right across the street from one of the biggest American bases in the world. It's outside of America. It's definitely the biggest one in the Middle East. So you absolutely know we were a part of it, and they know we're coming. But it's an inside job. Now, I'll tell you why. Now, that was supposed to be Hamas. Now you've got Bibi is doing what? He's bombing allies, the people who Trump just went and did a deal with. These guys. That's the crown prince, soon to be king, and that is the king of Qatar. Now, they were all best of friends, chummy chum, when I showed you that Trump was riding in the beast behind the pale horse riders, ushering in the beast system. My uncle, of all people, should be kicking me in my ass for not bringing this up, because what is his book called? Behold the Pale Horse, right? What are those? And what is Trump riding in? The beast. And what are the pale horses doing? They are ushering in the beast system, guys. The Antichrist. That has been the beginning of this awakening when it happened, and I have never looked back. Now, why does that play into all this? So, they are playing their part. They would never jeopardize trillions of dollars and just let it happen, okay? So what's happening? The whole world, right after that happened, 35 countries banned Israel. They said America has to strike Israel or else get out, or our deal's done. They've canceled economic partnership, etc. So why does that make sense now? So now you've got them, everybody's mad at Bibi, right? Remember, they try to tell you you're watching a movie. It's just a movie that you don't know. You're in the wrong movie theater. The ending isn't for everybody. So now what happens? Now you get Trump to come in and bomb Israel at behest of Bibi. We'll probably be sitting there watching it happen. That's how they are. They're evil, right? And it's going to bring back the whole Q thing. You were wrong. Look, he bombed Israel. They said save Israel for last. But they also said the ending isn't for everybody, and I'm breaking it down for you. So the Israel that they have been planning on getting rid of, guys, they have bought all of Argentina. I have tracked it. I have shown it in all my videos. Go on my YouTube. I'm trying to make this video short but sweet because it's groundbreaking. So now, guess what? It can or can't happen. Now, they've never showed you death receipt. Never showed you an actual certificate of death on Charlie. They've never shown you any autopsies. They've never said he was they've never showed you anything. And they've been very sloppy about it. So guess who gets to come back and play a hero? He'll come back and be martyred, right? Listen, we brought him back. He was speaking out about Israel. We had to put him in witness relocation. That's why they made sure they said it and made it possible that we all found out what a Valhalla is. You hear what I'm saying? So it's Blue's Clues, so that when he comes back, they can be like, we told you. It's all stuff. It's hindsight is 2020. I'm just a fortune teller at this point. A week before it happened, I said, hey, in the next week, watch out. They're getting ready to do a major false flag to cover up Trump, and hit it right almost by one day. I hit it on the head. So what I'm telling you guys is this is all staged. They're going to destroy whatever parts of Israel. They're going to rebuild it. Remember, his son's over there working out building plans and all that stuff. He's going to look like a hero. It's going to be Trump Avenue down there, and they're going to usher the beast, the Antichrist system in because he's going to look like a hero. But in the end, Palantir kicks in, guys. They already got the digital currency, central bank digital currency, global lockdown. You're not allowed to be homeless. They've already given ICE to Medicaid stuff, et cetera, guys. I just painted a beautiful movie picture for you. That's how we get to Israel for last. They can bring Charlie back as a hero. That's why they're placing murals all over the place, because it's going to be that way, guys. Last grand finale of what I just told you. I'm going to bring it 360 doing a donut and bringing it right back. Okay, so I have shown you for years the 20 to 25 million Chinese military age males and all the other people from around the world that have come here to America. They haven't been rounded up. It's all been a farce. They have just been rounding up the people that cut grass and stuff, right? When these people are all across America. Now, here's how it plays in the end time. Trump dies in all this. Somewhere in between what I just explained about Palestine, Israel going down and him coming back and ushering in the beast system, we are going to go to war with Russia and China and North Korea and whatever. It is going to be part of it. Trump will die probably before it happens or sometime in between, right? You can't pick on that, but he's going to die sometime soon. That's how it works. Now, all those people that are here, that's their part. The ending isn't for everyone. We are going to be invaded by these people that's already here. They already have millions more than us. 20 to 25 million people in our country. And our military is only 1.5 million people strong. 5 million with reserves and they say, but so that's full comprehensive. We hope that this doesn't end up being the case here, because maybe there could be some kind of peace relations in it, but no, we're going through tribulation. Remember, there is going to be wars and rumors of wars. So we're going to see Israel struck, and then is this going to be a rumor or is this going to be a war? It's end time prophecy that I have broken down, and you will not hear this anywhere else, guys. That is where all the Chinese military age mailmen are. They are waiting their time. So we are going to see all this stuff happen with Israel and all this stuff. And mind you, I have told you there is a lot to transpire in here. They are going to pull Project Bluebeam. I can say almost without a shadow of doubt that might even come in the coming days. They're going to pull something with the Feast of Trumpets, and I'm believing it's going to be Bluebeam. I feel they tested on Charlie the holograph, the personal holographic stuff that pulled off. Bluebeam's going to be just stuff that you can't fathom. It's going to be real. There's going to be artificial, etc., guys. So I hope you enjoyed Truth Movement Cartel. You're not going to find this kind of information anywhere. I gave you a brief summary, even though it was over 10 minutes long. But I promise you, go through my videos and I broke it all down. The Antichrist, the system, the Argentina, the Charlie and Waco. I hope you enjoy it, guys, because you guys have just listened to Breaking the Code of the Elite. This is dangerous information, my friends. So stay safe. Be ready. The show's getting ready to start.